So I'm here at the departure area. My sister Sue is coming to pick me up after my 5-hour adventure, I guess. It's been a crazy 5 hours here. Now I gotta go back, and I'm fortunate that I have a place to stay, but you know, it took me 4 or 5 hours to clean, you know. I'm gonna have to clean it again and, you know, unpack all the suitcases, you know, at least take out the clothes that I wear for the next couple of days. So, you know, all the food I had for breakfast and snacks and things that I gave back to my sister, now I have to go and buy more again. So it's Saturday. I just checked in, got through security, and I'm heading to the gate. It has been a roller coaster this week. Wednesday was the original time that I was supposed to leave, but because I couldn't get the PCR test results on time, I couldn't fly. And so I moved my flight to today, which is Saturday. I went right away after Wednesday. I got a PCR test at Nomi, and I got another PCR test the next day at Walgreens, just to be safe. Well, the PCR test didn't come, you know, for the longest time, even until yesterday, about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it still hadn't come. And that was already over 48 hours. So I'm going, oh no, not part 3 again. I checked the form of Nomi, and I saw there was a phone number. So I called, hoping that someone would take the call. Unfortunately, they have a human being there. I had 2 results this time, so I wasn't too worried. But when I got to the JAO check-in, this is Japanese style, I know. The ladies working there, or the lady that supervised, was Japanese. So I showed them my Nomi form, then where I got the PCR test, and it's dated. The person checking me in, I think her name was Carly, she said to me, do you have my SOS? Which I did, but what happened was, because my date of departure, I think, changed, and I didn't go in to make the changes because I didn't know exactly when I was going to fly, it got locked up and I couldn't make the changes within the app. So I had to erase the app, which I did, which now I have to go back from 0 and start all over again. I hope I can do it before I get to Tokyo. So I'm going to do it right after I finish this video. But anyway, I get to JAO, I show them Nomi, and then it's the like Japanese style. It's like, uh-oh, you know, like they're looking at it, called the supervisor's Japanese now. There they are, you know, they're whispering, and I know that it's about that result. And I explained to them, on Wednesday I didn't have it, today I'm here, I got it, it's a PCR test. And the lady at the JAO counter on Wednesday told me that Nomi was a good place to go. I said, she told me. Oh, no, but it's like, you know, no one can decide. A supervisor does not have enough information first. They should, because they've been doing this for so long. Second, they can't make any decision. So she's asking everybody, she's running around. So this takes about 10 minutes at least. And Carly, the check-in person, she's, I think, local, but she's apologizing to me that, you know, and I said, Carly, I said, it's a PCR test. I got it done in Hawaii. I said, it's Nomi. The JAO counter person told me that to go to Nomi. But anyway, that supervisor, being Japanese, had to go to like talk to all these people, and even came back and was still asking. And finally, one guy, a male, local guy, looked like, he looked at it and he said, yeah, it's okay. And so she felt good. She couldn't make the decision. And I think that's the biggest problem for many Japanese is, even in a position of authority, they don't want to take any responsibility and make the decision on, you know, whether this is good or not. That's what supervisors are supposed to be for. And I believe, as supervisor, you should know on this island, there's not that many, where the test centers are and where the PCR results come from. Because if you don't, then you're going to waste everyone's time. So that, again, I saw that and I go, wow, even in Hawaii, Japanese style. And so that alone took 10 minutes for that lady, you know, supervisor, to go around. And really, I'm sorry, not the best person to be in management or as a supervisor. So now I'm going to gate D2 and I'm going to fly out to Tokyo, Narita, but I know I'm gonna get stuck in Tokyo tonight. It's 2 hours and 25 minutes from the time you arrive to when the domestic flight leaves. I have to clear immigration. I have to go to the PCR test, and that whole thing could take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, I heard. So you don't know. And then I have to get my bags, clear customs, and then get to the domestic terminal of Narita and fly out. What are the chances? I would say 10% chance, maybe. So I'm not holding my breath. I'm feeling a little bit stressed because I'm not gonna make it home tonight. It's gonna be a long flight, a long day, a long night to get back to Osaka. And then tomorrow I probably would fly out on one of the JAL flights between Narita and Kix, or Narita and Itami. So that's where I am now. SOL, shut out of luck. But anyway, at least I cleared JAL though. You know, I love JAL as far as the service. They're kind on the plane, even at the counter. They're always really nice. The problem is they don't make decisions, or they always have to ask people, and everything's so unsure. It's like nobody wants to take responsibility. You know, they haven't been raised in that kind of environment where, you know, you take the autonomy and you make the decisions. Most Japanese are always asking up. And that has created a society of non-committal or non-decisive Japanese people. They have always asked up. By not giving them the responsibility to make decisions and to delegate, they become just a messenger who has to ask the person above them. And that's not good for Japan. That's not good for the future of Japan. Japan needs to raise younger people who can make decisions, who take the responsibility, and are leaders. So that lady at JAL, even in Hawaii, give her the boo, man. But when it comes down to the common sense, the quick thinking, the critical thinking, the problem solving, that's not what Japanese staff or Japanese managers are good at. And that was an example of, even in Hawaii, the supervisor was not good. You know, she kept looking at it, she kept looking at the form. If you keep looking at it, it's not going to change, you know. I don't know what she was looking for. You know, I got the paper, it's Nomi, gives a date, gives that, and just small island. They should know already. And how many people have come through this system? I'm sure other people have used Nomi. And well, the other JAL counter person sent me to Nomi, so people are using Nomi. And even on Wednesday, when I was rebooking my flight, and I kept asking the lady at the counter, you know, where should I get the PCR test? How long will it take? And she gave me some suggestions like Nomi and Waikele, but she kept saying after. But you know, that's not JAL. I'm not saying that for JAL. I'm just a suggestion. She constantly repeated that she was not responsible, that JAL was not responsible. So she heard, basically, is what she wanted to say. And she said it over and over again. Like, she didn't want to say, like, yeah, why don't you go? This is what I heard, and it might be a good possibility, but you might want to check before you go. But again, the way she said it was over and over was she didn't want to be responsible if I went and I couldn't get the PCR result on time, or I don't know, maybe I couldn't use it here. I don't know. No, she sent me there, so it wouldn't be that. Also, another Japanese lady working in Hawaii at the JAL counter today. A Japanese working as a supervisor at the check-in area. Both could not make any decision. Both could not take the responsibility and just tell us what we needed to know. Anyway, that's the downside of the Japanese education system that has created people like this. Cannot make decisions, not critical thinkers, not problem solvers. And there's a lot of them. Not everyone is like that. But anyway, I'm gonna go to D2 and try to get on the My SOS application and try to fill in information. But I know I'm gonna get stuck in Tokyo tonight. Oh well, the obstacle is the path. The path is the way.